Alright, so you're going to kind of be doing the same thing here with the triangles, and we're probably going to get into a few other types of area. We're going to be using, we're going to be breaking stuff up and using other triangles today. So you're going to find the area, which is, remember, area equals base times height divided by 2. Alright, so let's find the area of each triangle. So the base for area for A, that was a terrible A, is 3, the height is 5, and we are going to write 5 in like you should, and divide it by 2. So let's do 3 times 5, which is 15, divided by 2. If you don't know this off the top of your head, it is 7.5. But I'll go ahead and do the math real fast so you can see. So 2 can go into 15. The closest is 7 times, which is 14. Subtracting, we get 1. Remember, we added that 0 to the back, so we're going to have to add a decimal. 2 goes into 10 5 times. Okay, so area A is 7.5 feet squared. All right, let's do B. So the base is 2, the height is 6. We're going to divide it by 2. Let's do it the other way. So this could go into either one, but we're going to do to the height. So 2 divided by 2 is 1 times 6 equals 6. So the area of this is 6 feet squared. So which one has the greater one? Obviously 7.5 is greater than 6, so A is your answer. All right. So this is another way they can show height. So lately you've been seeing right triangles. Right triangles have a very distinct side that is height. This is an isosceles triangle. So we have 2 sides that are the same length and one that's different. So the way to show height on these is to use a dotted line in the middle. So this 12 is actually how tall this triangle is. So area we know is base times height. So the base is 3 and the height is 12. So we have 3 times 12 divided by 2. 3 times 12 is 36. If you don't know that, you need to work on your 12s. Divided by 2. Okay? So 36 divided by 2. I'll go ahead and show you the math. 2 goes into 36 one time. Subtract, bring your 6 down. 2 goes into 16 8 times. So the area of this is 18. I'm going to show you the other way real fast. So we have 3 times 12 divided by 2. We're going to take 12 divided by 2 first, and that is equal to 6. So then we're going to do 3 times 6, which is 18. Alright, so this is also the way to show height, is using the little parts on the side. So this isn't a perfect triangle because it's rounded like a piece of pizza, but we can still measure those points. So we're going from this point to that and the bottom to the top point. So there is your triangle, it's in there. And what you're going to do is still do the same formula. Area equals base times height divided by 2 for all of those, and then you're going to figure out which slice is the biggest. So I'm going to do these really quickly over to the side so you can see, and we're just going to do some comparison. I'm going to just split it off real fast. Hopefully this won't take too long of the time. Alright, so A, we have base is 5 times 6, which is the height, divided by 2. We get 30 divided by 2. Think of a clock. If you take 30 minutes and split it in half, you're going to get 15 inches squared for this particular piece of pizza. Alright, now we have base, which is 5, height, which is 5, divided by 2. We get 25 divided by 2. So think of 24 divided by 2 is 12, and we still have 1 whole left over. We're going to split that in half, so we get 12.5 inches squared. And the last one, we have base of 4, height of 7 divided by 2. 4 times 7 is 28. 28 divided by 2 is, let's see, it is 14. If you don't know that, you can do the math on your own. I just don't have enough room. So let's compare all of these. A is 15 inches, B is 12.5, so that's obviously the smallest one. C is 14, so we want the biggest piece of pizza because she's the hungriest. So A is the best one that she wants to take. All right. Lynette's planning a concert and needs to tell the bands that are playing how big the stage is. The stage has a width of 32, so width is the same thing as base. So this is equal to base, which we know is equals to 32 feet. I apologize for my handwriting. All right, and a depth, which just means height right now, of 17 feet. We need to figure out the area. So base times height divided by 2. So our base is 32, our height is 17, and divided by 2. I'm going to do the easy way first. I'm going to divide this number out because 32 times 17 is a lot. So we're going to do 32 divided by 2. 2 goes into 3 one time. 2 times 1 is 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. Drop your 2 down, we have 12. 2 times 12 is 16. So we're left with 16. So now we have 16 times 17. That's a little bit easier to do than 32 times 17 divided by 2. So we get 42. 6 times 7 is 42. 7 times 1 is 7 plus 4 is 11. I'm going to run out of room. 6 times 1 is 6. 1 times 1. Add all of those together. We get 2. 6 plus 1 is 6. 1 plus 1 is 2. Oh, 6 plus 1 is not 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. So we get 272 feet. Let's check it. There we go. Same thing you're going to do here, but I'm not going to go over it. This would be a great time to pause the video and try this problem on your own, and then I'm going to do it with it paused so you can't see. It'll show up with the work, and then you'll be able to see how this one works too. Alright, here is the first step of the problem. Go ahead and pause so you can see what it looks like, and you can see how I solved. And here's part 2. I did 28 times 23, and I got 644. And that one's correct. Same thing we did earlier with Maria's pizza. For this one, you have to figure out which ones are true. All you're going to do is solve for boat A and boat B. So we have 8 times 7 divided by 2. I'm going to do this way just to show you both ways. 8 times 2 is 4, or 8 divided by 2 is 4, excuse me. Now we put the 7, we get 28. So A is 28. And B, let's see, we have 6 times 9 divided by 2. I'm going to show you the other way. 6 times 9 first is 54 divided by 2. Let's see, we'll do the math really quick out to the side. 2 goes into 5 2 times. Subtract 5 from 4. We get 4 from 5, excuse me. And then bring your 4 down. 2 goes into 14, 7 times. We get 27. So we've got 27 and 28 feet squared. So we need to find the answers that say cell A has this area of 28, which is C, and cell B, has an area of 27, which is D. Alright, you got to figure out which is true here. So is the base 10 inches? Y'all, this is the height, so that is not out. A is out of the question. But B is not. B, that means the height is 10, the base is 16. Now let's solve for the area, just to check. So we have 16 times 10 divided by 2. I'm going to do this because 16 times 10 gets to a very big number. So this would be 16 divided by 2 is 8 times 10 is 80 inches squared, or 80 square inches, so D also works. Alright, so you'd have to solve for the area. I'm not going to do that. Okay, so the rest of the problems were just ones we've already done, just with different numbers. So you should be doing pretty good with this. It's still triangles. It's not any different than what you did yesterday. So good luck, and use this video to help you.